Hello, I am back with you with another Apex video, and now we're going to get to where you're going to spend most of your time in Apex, which is the studies. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead into the study and I'm going to click review. Because I've already started the study, it's saying review. Real talk, I've actually been through this 3 or 4 times at this point because I keep getting things wrong. Okay. I love this chart right here. It tells me, different types of numbers and what makes them a real number, an integer, a fraction, a percent, a whole number. So I really want this chart, but this is a picture, so I can't highlight it. So what I have to do is right click and copy the image. And what I've done up here is I just started a Google Doc for my notes. So I went ahead and went to Docs and did a brand new doc. So I did a blank doc and I just called it notes. Okay. So right up here, you type the name you want, Algebra 1, Unit 1 notes, and now I have a place to put my notes. Okay. Just wanted to show you guys that real quick because I did that in a previous video. So I'm going to paste this right here. I'm kind of just jumping into it, right? I do have this title up here that tells me this study is about rational and irrational numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and also put this at the top. Okay, and now this is going to end up kind of funky because I have a picture. And so I'm going to have to take this picture and cut it. And then I'm going to go under irrational and rational numbers. So now that's at the top, right? So now I have this nice little chart I could refer back to. Okay, I'm going to get into the meat of the lesson, right? Okay, so it's telling me that you can write every fraction as a decimal, and fractions are either terminating, means they end, or they go forever. Okay, I feel like I know terminating and repeating, so I'm not going to put that on there. I'm going to go ahead and put these examples just because that chart looks really nice, and the nice part is I can just drag it right up there. And now I have these examples in here. I don't like how much space there is there, so I'm going to make this just a tad bit smaller. So this all fits on the same page, just because I want it to fit on the same page. Okay. Oh, wait, I almost skipped something. There's a mathematical practice. So I highly recommend that you click on these and go through the mathematical practices. I'm not going to click on every one. This is something you're going to listen to, and it's going to explain it to you in more depth, and this can really help you. Now, some things, if you're like, I know rational and irrational numbers, and you feel like you read this and you know it and you want to skip the practices, I understand, okay? But sometimes if you're not getting it, I really recommend you go in and do all of the things, okay? So this graphic is also really cool because it tells me we have rational numbers, which are integers, whole numbers, natural numbers, and then irrational numbers, which are everything else, right? Okay. I'm going to copy this image and put it in there too. And it also tells me that rational numbers are ones that can be written as fractions. I feel like that's something I need to know. So I'm going to write that down. Okay. Otherwise, I pretty much just skimmed through this and decided, oh, I think in all of this, I'm going to need the definitions of rational numbers and irrational numbers, right? So I'm going to go ahead and grab this and pop that up there. And oh, it put it in my chart. I don't want it inside my chart. I think I want it up here all the way at the top. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to grab it and drag it and make sure I put it in the right place. So it says rational numbers. Now it did this funny volume up thing. I can just delete this, right? And then I can do my old handy dandy trick to make this all smaller. Why is there so much spacing? Keep that single there. That looks a little better. And then I'm going to do the same thing with irrational numbers, right? I think my weird spacing is coming from the fact that they have a little thing. This, by the way, will
irrational numbers. So numbers that cannot be written in the form.
Tells you what it's saying, right? That is definitely an extra tool that you have. And I should point out to you a couple of other tools. So again, I'm doing the same thing, just making my notes look a little prettier. I could even come up here and I can say, you know what? I want them all to be normal text. And I want all the spacing to be single. And that's just going to clean things up a little bit, okay? Other adaptions that you also have the ability over here to translate, and you can pick a language here. So like, let's say you speak Portuguese, I can translate it into Portuguese. It's kind of annoying because it comes up here in a box, but it also reads it.
Números reais.
So it's going to also read it in that language. So if you have problems with reading and you speak another language, you have this here. You also have the option to print it. So if you wanted to, you could reasonably go to Save as PDF and save every single page to your drive. I think that would get kind of tedious, but you could do it. And we also have the transcript, because this right here is
All of the numbers you have seen belong to the
a thing where it's talking to us, right? Okay. So this is this. Oh wait, we have a transcript of that. I'm going to look at this transcript. Anyway, we have lots of examples, right? Okay. Oh, so this is an interactive that shows us 6 tiles. Oh, okay. So this actually shows us examples of rational numbers, and as we click on them, we find out why they're rational numbers, right? Okay. So this shows what happens, what we get when we click. This is in case someone is not seen, so they might need it just audio. Okay. So I'm going to click again, keep moving forward in the lesson. And again, depending on what you know, you may decide you don't need all this stuff. But this part right here, I'm going to go ahead and grab. And because this is an interactive, it's an image. So I could like take a screenshot, but that'd be kind of hard. It won't let me copy the image because it flips it, right? So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to go to that audio transcript, and I can just grab these 2 tiles and plop them in there. I feel like it's a lot the same as what was there. I feel like they're doing a lot of repeating stuff in this lesson. Okay. Okay, I have a nice lengthy, 3 pages of notes already. I'm going to keep going and see what I get. I'm going to come back to you, and if there's anything else that I feel the need to add before I take the quiz, I will let you know. Sorry about the minute here. Okay, so now I'm to the next part of your math lesson, which is a checkup. And the checkups are practice problems that come after the lesson. So you get a little checkup here, and then you can try them and you can check the answers yourself. I'm going to go ahead and click through that and go to the quiz. So you click resume. Before you go into the quiz, sometimes it'll give you vocabulary terms to practice. Sometimes it does not. This one does not. I'm going to go ahead and click continue, and you can see I've already done it once and not done well. So one of the things that I didn't understand when I did it, I'm going to expand all, is I didn't understand that if it repeats forever, but it has a pattern. So that was up here, rational numbers. Okay. Up here. It's only decimals that go on forever without repeating. So this is rational because it repeats. Okay, and I totally did not get that concept my first time through, right? So which number is rational? It's this one because it repeats. So I missed that one because I didn't get which one is rational. It's this one because it repeats. Oh, which number is irrational? It's not this one. It's this one because it doesn't repeat. Okay, so I know why I got these wrong. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit reset and try the quiz again. And now I get the option to answer the questions. Okay, and this one is right for my notes. See, the product of 2 rational numbers. Well, I can come back up here and I have this little, oh, I didn't put that chart in here this time. The product of 2 rational numbers. Rational plus rational is rational. I put that in my notes last time, and then I deleted it because I started over with taking notes. Okay, but then we go through and we take the quiz. Okay, so this is the screen that I got to, and this is my second attempt, and I got an 80%. So I officially am now passing Algebra 1, the first quiz, which is way better than I did on my first quiz in Algebra 1 the first time around in high school. Okay, I want you to keep practicing these. I want you to go over the questions. I want you to take notes the way I showed you. These are all really going to help you with Apex. I hope this helps you to do better on your quizzes and helps you get a great start here.